In 2024, China became the largest export market for the U.S. agricultural products. The U.S. shipped 22 million tons of soybean to China. That's half of the American total soybean export. But if we look from China's importer side, it's a very different picture. According to China's Ministry of Agriculture, 71% of China's soybeans come from Brazil and only 21% from the United States. Since May, data shows that China has stopped buying new soybean from the US, only allowing earlier deals to pass through customs between January and September. China imported 17 million tons from the US, but 65 million tons from the Brazil. That's 3 times more. Here's the irony. The farmers who supported Trump the most, those from the Middle West, are now paying the price. When China retaliated against Trump tariff, soybean became the first target. For American farmers, it was like shooting themselves in the foot. They lost their biggest customer not because China disappeared, but because China found better options. To hedge against trade uncertainty, China began diversifying soybean imports, shifting to Brazil and Argentina. In Brazil, soybeans are planted in September, harvested in January, and export from March to July. This year, a record harvest extended the export window, and China booked massive shipment between September and November. Meanwhile, Argentina briefly removed export taxes on soybeans in September. The policy lasts just 72 hours, capped at $7 billion in duty-free sales. Within that tiny window, China swooped in and bought 2.3 million tons, half of its annual Argentina imports in just 3 days. That's what strategic flexibility looks like. Recent talks between China and the US have sent positive signals. Analysts expect China may resume soybean purchase from the US next year. But why next year? Because for November shipment, China's domestic needs are already fully covered by South America. The real question now is, can the US win back China's trust after years of uncertainty and tariffs? Or has the center of global soybean trade already shifted from the American Middle West to South America's heartland? Trade wars are easy to start but hard to win. And native Chinese sharing how culture and economy shape our logic. If you want to understand China beyond the headline, subscribe.